The cottage was small, tucked into the edge of a forest somewhere in the north. The ministry didn't tell them where, only that it was safe. A protective charm shimmered faintly over the hedgerows, and a magical lock sealed the door each night. For the first time in her life, Petunia Dursley lived in a house she could not control. It had been 3 weeks since they'd arrived. 3 weeks since they'd left Privet Drive behind. 3 weeks since she'd last seen Harry. Petunia sat by the window, a cup of untouched tea cooling in her hands. Outside, the trees swayed gently, but her thoughts were tangled and still. "I used to think magic was the worst thing that ever happened to our family," she said aloud, not realizing Dudley had entered the room. He paused. "And now?" She looked up at her son. He was broader now, quieter. The war had changed him, even if he didn't understand all of it. "Now, I think, maybe the worst thing was how I treated him." Dudley sat across from her, folding his hands. "You were scared. I was cruel," she said, voice cracking. "I let Vernon lock him in a cupboard. I only let him wear your old clothes. I let him believe he was unwanted." Dudley didn't argue. He remembered the cupboard. He remembered the way Harry flinched when someone raised their voice. "I didn't know how to love him," Petunia whispered. "He looked so much like Lily. And every time I saw him, I saw everything I wasn't. Everything I lost." Dudley was quiet for a moment. Then he said, "You didn't lose everything. You still have me." Petunia's eyes filled. "I know. And I'm proud of you. You've grown into someone kind. Someone who sees people." Dudley looked down. "I used to think Harry was weird. But he was just alone. And I helped make him feel that way." They sat in silence, the kind that comes after truth has been spoken. "I'm scared, Mum," Dudley said finally. "I don't understand this world. I don't know what's happening out there. But I know Harry's fighting for people like us. Even after everything." Petunia nodded. "And we're alive because of him, because of the people who protect him." She reached across the table, placing her hand over Dudley's. "I don't know if I'll ever be able to make it right, but I want to try. If we ever see him again, we will," Dudley said, with a quiet certainty that surprised them both. Outside, the wind shifted. Somewhere beyond the trees, the war raged on. But inside the cottage, a mother and son sat together, scared, guilty, grateful, and for the first time in years, truly connected.